Chris Howie from RMA Network, just with a quick report for Tuesday the 14th of January at the combined agent sale for Hamilton, and a bit of an overview of what happened at Casterton today. Just so you know, it's bloody hot in downtown Hamilton. It's showing 40 degrees inside the Volkswagen, which is just warm enough for the soft Western Districts crew. Look, Casterton had 2,500 today. What we saw there, your 350 kilo plus cattle making 380 to 410. Look, you could buy cattle at $4. A couple of different orders popped up today. We saw RMA member Whan and John very strong today, but also we had an order drop in from Roma that pushed the job along substantially, and also we had a couple of orders out of Wagga that weren't here. They were up there yesterday because it was 7,000 cattle or whatever. When you dropped into the 300 to 350s, we saw sort of 380 to 440, and you could buy plenty of those black calves at $4.20. EU seemed to have about a 10-cent premium, maybe a little bit more in some places, but then you saw the black baldies, the EU black baldies making black price, but once they were just out of the system EUs, they were dropping back to probably 15 or 20 cents under what the blacks were making overall. Then we go to, we come across to Hamilton. So RMA members today, J&J Kelly and Brian O'Halloran, they had a good run of cattle mixed in there with a couple of corporates. We actually saw, I think, just a little bit more heat in the market. I'm not saying they were pushing each other, but it felt stronger as it went through. In that heavy run of cattle at the start, a few more heavier cattle than yesterday, a few more above 400 kilo, and plenty at that's 370 to 380. But those type of cattle, they were still making that 380 to $4.10. There was only one or two pens that got down to 380, and I think it was, a phone went off or whatever. But as we progressed through the weight ranges, we got to the 350s, and you saw the 380 to 440, plenty of cattle buyable at 410 to 420. And then when you got into those 250 and above cattle, 250 to 300 kilo cattle, we saw 390 to 450. The bigger lines definitely gained a premium, and anything with a little bit of breeding. The one thing I can say is both yardings were exceptionally well weaned. Cattle that had been weaned right out since November because it was such a hard season. They were quiet, and I actually think that dragged a little bit more competition out around the place. Still several orders there that were operating, but were struggling to get to a number that they wanted to buy. They could have bought more, they just probably didn't have enough rate. Indications are that Roma was pretty good today on the back of a bit of rain, so I think we might see a little bit of competition start to come down, especially when we hit the heifers. A highlight today, a really good run of herefords in there. Look, I know over the last few years the herefords been getting bashed. They were making great money, 390 to 405 and a little bit. Weight for age, probably in advance of what the Angus cattle were. And when you look at it, with the different orders that are appearing, and especially with those cattle going north where colour doesn't mean as much, I think their Hereford breeders had a great day. All of your others, your Sharry crosses that were in there, they held their own, still making up around $4. Couple of different breeds and a couple of the secondary types, they were dropping off about 20 to 30 cents. Overall, great day, more to come. We're back on again tomorrow with the coloured cattle for the independent agents at Hamilton. Then on Thursday, independent agents on the heifers in the morning, and then across to Mortlake with about 7,600. Anyone got an order for Mortlake, make a bloody phone call. That's a lot of cattle. Don't know where they're going to stack them. We're probably going to start on the roof is what I've been told. All right, we'll talk to you later on. Thanks.